Fine girl, yes. Nothing Musa no go see forget. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Bola Harrison. Kindly stay, keep watching, enjoy, and don't forget guys, please hit the subscribe button. So I'm talking about my experience living in Europe. I've been here for almost 1 year now, so I'm basically just going to share my experience with you. For the past 1 year, I've been living in Belgium and Czech Republic, and trust me when I say that it's been a very beautiful, memorable experience so far. And guys, the things that I've experienced here, sometimes I'm like, wow, nothing Musa no go see forget. But at the same time, I know that, you know, this is a different environment. They've been trained, or people here go through different processes in life, different things than we are used to. And I'm sure that if you take them to Africa or Nigeria or somewhere else, like any other country or any other continent, it will also come as like the same way I'm surprised would also be the same way they are surprised. Basically, I was expecting it. I knew life would not be the same. Guys, the educational and the academic system here is totally different. Speaking from my point of view, studying in Belgium and having studied also in Czech Republic or studying in Czech Republic, I can tell you that what we know back home or what we do back home and what they do here, totally different things. So the academic system here is mind-blowing. Sometimes the things that we did in secondary or at secondary level back home, like I'm going to use Nigeria for instance, I'm from Nigeria, and the things they are doing here in that same secondary level, man, like it's not the same. What we did in secondary level, I'm talking of university now, sometimes you come here and they've already done it like in primary level. I don't mean primary school, if you understand what I'm trying to say. It means that sometimes in some programs these people are like a step ahead, so you have to read more, you have to go the extra mile to catch up with them. Or sometimes a lecturer is saying something and it's like, oh, you must have heard of so and so theory, or you must have heard of so and so person, or you must have heard of so and so formula, and you're like, what? The score system also in Nigeria, I think Cameroon also said they are using the same grade system like in Belgium. I don't know, but in Nigeria we are graded over 100, 60 or 70 for your exams, 30 or 40 for your CA. Some universities do 60-40, some do 70-30. But here, when I got to Czech Republic, I think I'm graded on a pass or fail level. If you fail, they will let you know. If you pass, they will let you know. I don't speak for everybody because I'm not a master's student. But in Belgium, you are graded on a pass or fail, and also there's some courses that are pass or fail. There's some courses that you need to make a minimum of 10 for pass, 11 for good, 12 for good, 13, 14 for maybe very good, then 15, 16 like that. Then 17, I think 17, 18 or 18 to 20 is excellent. Over 20. When I came to Belgium, the calculation threw me off because I needed to know what was a good score and how well to read and prepare for my exam so that I am sure of a very good grade. So 75, 70 are very good, but you are not graded over 100, you're graded over 20. And one thing I like about studying in Europe is that if you fail an exam, you are given 3 or 2 more chances. So you have three times to retry, to resit for that exam. If you score a particular grade and you think it's not enough, you can resit for it. Even the lecturer will tell you, do you want to redo it, or are you okay with that grade? That's when they think that the grade is not good enough, but they will give you an option. So some score you A, B, C, D, E, like that. So if you fail an exam, you can resit for it immediately. Some universities also in Belgium, you can resit, but they have second examination period. So I'm not going to go into that. The second thing here is language. For me, I like the fact that these people are so proud of their language, to the point that whatever you're buying, whatever you're doing, they always speak their language to you, and English is an option. I know for us in Nigeria, English is our official language, it's our first language anywhere you go to. But here, their language, they take so much pride in it, which is good. But on the other side, which is not so good for us foreigners, or for us that are coming in as students or employees, is it employees? Yeah. When you encounter them, some of them don't know how to speak English, and some don't speak it clearly, and some don't understand it clearly. Which for me, I still don't think it's a bad thing because they've grown up all their life here. But the bad side is this language has barriers. Sometimes for jobs, sometimes for communicating with people, you might not be able to communicate very well. But I still say that sometimes it's good and it's bad. But it's when you're looking for jobs and they're insisting on their language, that's when you know that, well, this thing, there's no pride in it though. Some of them have a very high percentage of English speakers, some don't. So the language, yeah, and there are some countries that in this same Europe that you will find English taught programs. So if you don't want to interact in their language, you can go for an English taught program, but you still have to interact with the locals. Another thing, or the third thing for me here, living here, that sometimes still boggles or blow my mind is their accommodation system. You will go to a very fine house, big, and the way it is, and the way I have a mindset of houses back home, I will expect to be a family, like just a family living in that house. But by the time you get to that house, you will find like it is an apartment building, and the way the apartment looks, it doesn't even look like it belongs to 2 persons, talk less or talk more of 4, 8 people or apartments in that building. And by the time you enter inside the one door, that is that one door, that small looking door, you will just see mailboxes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I know the apartment building in Lagos, in Nigeria, but what I'm saying is the houses here and the way it's structured, you go inside and you think it's one family and you have like multiple apartments. Every amount you earn, or for what you earn, you will find an accommodation that suits your budget. If you live in student cities, it tends to be a bit expensive and pricey. If you live in student dormitory, it's cheaper. If you live in private accommodation, you might find houses for rent that are inclusive of all your bills, your electricity, your water bill, your utility bill. But the thing that surprises me is in Czech Republic, they'll tell you cost of accommodation is 12,000 Czech crowns. Electricity and water is maybe 2,000 Czech crowns. Utility is 1,000 Czech crowns. And I'll be like, what is utility? Why is water and electricity counted outside of utility? Those are utilities. So there are some buildings that your waste management fee, your electricity fee, your water bill is counted together. This is where you pay your utility outside of your rent by yourself. You have to also do your internet by yourself. You could be paying 700 euros and utility is not inside. It's not part of it. You could be paying 400 euros and utility is a part of it. It just depends on where you are staying. So you can cut your coat according to your size. For 350 you get a nice apartment and everything is included. For 400 you get an apartment and nothing is included, and the bills might not be so much. So the amount we pay here for accommodation, we get you a nice comfortable 2 to 3 bedroom apartment somewhere in Nigeria. I'm not going to mention names. So the fourth thing here is the transport system. I think I like their transport system. For me it's efficient. For me it's very, very efficient and effective. As a student in Belgium, you get a card in your city that allows you to enter your buses for free. When you are paying your tuition fee, I don't know if it applies to other universities, but for my university, when you pay your tuition, you are going to indicate if you want a mobile card. It's a transport card, and that card covers you for about maybe a year or 2. Now in Czech Republic, there are discounts for students, even in Belgium here, but it depends on age. In Europe, basically, if you are below 26 and below, you get certain privileges for certain things, and transport is among those privileges. It's reduced, subsidized transport rate for students and for people below, for students below 26 years old. But if you are above 26 years, from 27 and above, you are not entitled to those benefits and privileges. So transport is very efficient. You get train, tram, metro, you get buses. You can travel with bus. You can go anywhere within your country, outside the country with a bus. It's safe. That's one thing I like. And that brings me to the next thing, safety. Belgium, Czech Republic, I've always felt safe. Even if I'm coming back home at 12 p.m, if I'm entering Czech Republic today and my flight got delayed, something happened and I'm going home at 11 or 12, I always feel rested. I always feel my heart does not race, it does not beat. I'm not looking over my shoulders. You know what I mean? I'm not looking over my shoulders. Whether I'm wearing a mini gown, a skimpy skirt, or I'm wearing a open body clothes, I'm not looking over my shoulders. Somebody will say I'm tempting him, and you understand what I'm saying. Now, this brings me to the next thing I'm going to talk about, quality of life. Quality of life in Europe is so much appreciated and valued. You sneeze, you go to the doctor, they will check you. And also because as a student, the insurance we do is different and it's not even expensive. And then when you go, your doctor automatically deducts certain amount for you based on that insurance, and your insurance pays certain amount and you pay the other amount. I think life here is worth something. It's worth more than something. So quality of life for me is a big, it's good, it's great, I love it. Their lifestyle here, Belgians, Czech, they are very, I don't know, people ask me, Bola, have you experienced racism? How is it in Belgium? I have people who complain. I'm like, I don't know how to answer that question because I have not. Maybe they've been racist towards me, but I don't know. Maybe subtly I must have experienced it, but I don't dwell on it. But in fact, let me just say I have not, because I live my life here, no negativity. I don't dwell on negative things. Whatever will make me sad, I don't dwell on it. Whatever will make me start thinking, oh, if I'm in my country, I don't dwell on it. I'm here to stay and I enjoy every moment of it. So lifestyle here is very nice. They are very open, they are very welcoming, they are very accommodating, depending on who you are talking to. If I don't know something, I ask the person next to me, please, can you tell me where is this? Can you tell me where I'm going to? Can you turn on your hotspot for me? Please, I'm lost. Can you show me the way? Like, people are very nice. It depends on how you approach them. I think basically how you approach people matters. If you ask them their age, if you ask them where they work, how much they earn, what kind of jobs they do, they will tell you. They will tell you every single details of it. Some of them don't have boundaries. They would ask you the most, I won't really say annoying, they will ask you questions. You can ask them and they will answer. Like, they are so open. And that's the same way you see them at the bus station, inside the bus, inside the tram, on the road, in the street, at the bus stop, kissing, holding hands, doing public display of affection. They don't care. They have this, life is not a problem. Life is just soft. Life is just life. I mean, we are going through much already as humans on this earth. And we are going through much already as adults to now hard life to it again. So life here is very soft. Fine girl, yes, they don't do it here, which is good, because you are free to walk on the road. You can wear whatever you like. Nobody's judging you. You can dress how you want. Nobody looks at you. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to catcall you. Nobody's going to ridicule you or talk to you anyhow. There's respect for people. And there's respect for boundaries. Even though I know I said they don't have boundaries, but there's still respect for boundaries. I don't know if I should say it or make a video about it. You see, dating here, is linked to that lifestyle. Nobody sends you, no matter how beautiful you're looking, unless people that are in your circle, people that are in your community with you, like maybe your classmates, people you're working with, people you meet in church, or you have something in common, but nobody else going to walk up to you and let me use the African word or the Nigerian word and toast you. So dating here, you have to rely on dating apps or mutual connection, people you know through work, through school, through church, through something, not just random people. If you're waiting for a random person to look at you and come up to you. Dating here, with students, with non-students, with residents, with non-residents, is wild. I'm not going to say more than that. I think that living here is affordable. It depends on the job you're doing, but whatever job you're doing, whatever amount you're earning, you can survive. Like, the quality of life, the amount you get as a salary matches the lifestyle you, I don't know if I'm explaining it properly, what you need to sustain your life, to sustain yourself. It matches. I think quality of food, the price is fair, accommodation is fair, transport is fair. It's only sometimes when I go to some place and I'm paying 16 euro, 18 euro, I'm like, this place is not far. Like, why am I paying 18 euro? You know, but if control catches you, you will pay more than that. So always pay your bus fare. For me, I like living here because Belgians, Czech people, they respect you a lot. They give you your respect. Some people might be racist, but for me, I have not experienced and I will not experience it because I don't know what I will do in that situation. But I always feel like when you approach people with love, with light, with peace, they approach you the same way. And I've always told myself, I have this mindset of people will favor me, will love me wherever I go to. So when you have that kind of mindset, it helps attract things also to you. I'm not going to have issues with people, negativity. No. I'm always smiling, I'm always laughing. If I have to cry, I cry in my room, which brings me to the next point. Here, crying is normal. If you choose to cry, go ahead and cry. Nobody will judge you for it. I mean, everybody at one point they have cried. For those of us living alone, you will cry. And if you are here to cry, thank God. But if you feel like you don't want to cry because you are doing strong boy, see, cry. Let it out, because anxiety, depression, loneliness is real here. You will get lonely. So you have to be strong, take heart, and keep on going, because nobody will pay your bills for you. Making friends is difficult. Even making friends as an adult is difficult. Making friends here abroad is difficult because to see everybody, anybody is appointment, even your pastor in church. So you also have to break out of your shell, mingle with people. You don't have to keep alone. If not, depression will kill you faster than HIV and AIDS. Don't make anybody, male, female is allowed. Don't make anybody make you feel little for crying your emotions. Find somebody, a friend or a family that you can always reach out to. It can be someone here or back home that you can say, pour your heart to. There's a day I came back from work, I was so exhausted, hungry, and I was overwhelmed, and I took up my phone and I cried in a voice note and I sent it to my friend. Luckily, she didn't try to advise me. She just told me, yes, you are allowed to cry. And that's all I needed. I don't want somebody to advise me. I know it will be well. I know I have God, but I just needed to let it out. Another thing here is that the food is different. If you are coming, if you can pay for extra luggage of Ghana Moscow food, carry it with you. I know it will finish, but before it comes to an end, you will be alright. So carry it. If you have anybody traveling, ask them to bring more for you before you can locate an African store here, because it is expensive here. African food in African store, Asian stores are expensive. So carry what you can carry. Leave your shoes. Unless you have money to carry like 3 extra luggage of food, carry your shoe, carry your clothes. But you see, food is the most important because their food here, ko niyo, ko lata, ko lekpo, ko ni maggi. Meaning their food here, they cook it according to their taste bud. Oyibo don't eat pepper. So the only thing you end up eating is fries, burger, chicken kebab, which of course you'll be spending so much money eating outside. So that's just it, guys. Living here, it's good. I love it here. I absolutely love it because I know my life means something. People are very nice here. The grace of God has abounded in my life here. I have not met narcissists. I have not met racists. I have not had any negative experience. I have made mistakes. I have made friends. I have made enemies, so to say. I have also experienced life, good and bad. I've cried. I've had worse days. I've had good days. But I never let it bring me down and I never dwell on it. So I think that's everything I'm going to say about living in Europe. If you have any question, if you have anything you want to add, leave it in the comment box. Feel free to drop it. Let me know if you have any video suggestion or what you want to see or hear. And then, guys, don't forget, give this video a thumbs up so that other people can see it, other people can enjoy what you're enjoying, seeing this beautiful work of art. Guys, I'll see you in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.